After hitting all 4 models today, was there a model that you tested that you're tempted to play in the 2022 golf season? Welcome back to Two Guys Golf. Today we are giving our review on the new Callaway Rogue ST Iron lineup. These irons are the first in the industry to combine high-strength 450 steel with AI-designed flash face cup. The Rogue ST Max has the strongest lofts of any of the Rogues in the ST family. If you're a golfer looking for speed, forgiveness, and all-around performance, this may be the club for you. The Rogue ST Max OS is designed for the mid to high handicapper, looking to get the most out of their irons. These irons are built with wide soles, enhanced offset, and a thicker top line versus the Rogue ST Max. The Rogue ST Max OS Lite features more loft, lighter shafts, and lighter swing weights to make these the highest launching and easiest to swing of the Rogue ST models. The Rogue ST Pro are designed using hollow body construction to deliver the look and feel of a player's performance iron, with the distance and forgiveness of a game improvement iron. These irons are designed to attract low to mid single digit handicap golfers. So after 5 shots with the Callaway Max, I am actually blown away with how consistent it was. My first thought when looking at this club was, okay, it's the game improvement club. It's going to be consistent probably 60-70% of the time, but there's going to be a hot spot on the face. However, we did not see that with Force hitting these shots. Here are the 5 shots that Force hit. Here's the carry. 178.3, 179, 181, 180.5, and 181.4. So for a club of this size, that's extremely consistent. We saw his average height, or the height of all 5 shots, stay between 73 feet and 77 feet. The lowest ball speed Force had was 122.5, with the highest ball speed being 123.3. So far with the Rogue ST lineup and the Max head, I actually like it, and I like it a lot. So after 5 shots with the Max OS, we did see a little difference compared to the Max. First thing we noticed, and I think this is to be expected with this, is that the difference in the carry numbers was actually greater. Force hit these 5 shots also pretty well. Smash factor stayed about the same. Contact points were within millimeters of the center of the face. The shortest carry was 176.4, and the longest was 184.5. So there's a little gap in between that, which is to be expected. However, what we were not expecting was to see the dispersion with this club, okay? Truly blown away with the consistency as far as left and right. So the furthest left shot that Force hit was 10 feet. The furthest right shot he hit was 8 feet. That is extremely consistent when you're talking about not missing greens left, not missing greens right. So after hitting 5 shots with the Max OS Lite model, I think what we're going to see by looking at the numbers is the head is simply too light for Force to swing. We did see on these 5 shots there were a lot more mishits. With the additional loft on it, we did see that the ball speed went back slightly and that the carry shortened. However, just my initial thoughts and review on this is, for a slower club speed player, this could be the answer. Additional loft, more forgiving. Definitely think it's going to be worth a try. So we did see Force have his largest miss hit today with this head, which again was to be expected. However, the results were not quite what I expected to see. There was only a 15-yard difference between his best shot with his head and also his worst. So the worst shot he hit was actually 8 millimeters towards the heel of the club. The best shot that he hit for the day with this club was 3 millimeters on the toe. So now moving on to the Rogue ST Pro. As to be expected, it was not quite as long as the previous models that we had tested. And what I didn't expect to see was the level of consistency on the miss hits. We did see this was by far, of all the heads that we tested with fours, this one most offline. We did see two things that really stood out to us here. The distance was noticeably shorter than the previous models. And number two, the miss hits with this club were not very forgiving at all. We did see a lot of balls go right for force. He is left-handed, so they were kind of over draws for him. And to be quite honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the sound of this club. It could just be that we're indoors testing it. It could have a different sound outside. But I wasn't blown away with the overall sound of the Rogue ST Pro.
So here are my thoughts for all these four heads. I think the Max and the Max OS is pretty similar. I do hit the OS a little better. For some reason I hit everything within 10 feet. But those two models, they're more consistent when I hit it off the center. And surprisingly, the distance-wise, fairly good. And maybe the reason I didn't hit it good for the light is because I didn't get used to the swing weight. It's a little too light for what I had. So when it comes to the Pro, I like the way it looks because I hit it. The offset is thinner than all those three, but I'm not hitting as good. When I hit off the heel, they go a lot shorter and then they went right.
So let me ask this, out of all four of those heads, would you be tempted to change from your current model to one of these four heads and play for the 2022 season?
Probably not, even though I love how the OS felt, but they're a little too chunky for me. So I'm going to have my gamer on for a while.
So final thoughts on the Rogue ST Irons. If you're a player that you may not have picked up a new set of clubs in the past 5 years, or if you're a player that maybe doesn't practice or play as much as you used to and you're looking for that set of clubs that's extremely forgiving, long, high, you may want to give the new Callaway Rogue ST lineup a look. However, if you've recently purchased clubs, I just didn't see that big of a gain. Now, I don't think either one of us were disappointed in how they performed, but neither one of us were really excited about what we saw with the new lineup. Thanks for watching. Make sure you do subscribe and like, and look forward to showing you the new TaylorMade Stealth lineup coming soon, and also going to compare the Callaway Rogue ST models versus the TaylorMade Stealth. Peace.